See, we started with introduction. You agree to the fact that first impression is the last impression?
Right.
See, the HR, no, the HR has many resumes. Okay. So when the HR asks you the first question, that is in the introduction, introduce yourself, the HR gets to know whether to continue with your resume or to move forward or to just rush with your resume. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Because the way you give your first impression, that would be your last impression. Now, this is majorly the problem with, I think, 70 to 80% of people. What to say in introduction and what not to say in the introduction. So right now, we'll focus on things which we have to consider in our introduction.
Okay.
See, you talked about everything which was mentioned in your resume. Now, the HR already has your resume. HR has already gone through your profile, right? So you have to speak something apart from your resume. Talk about your strength, your short-term goals, your long-term goals. Do not discuss about your family issue, right? When they'll ask you why should we hire you, or they'll give you an option, career growth, work-life balance, money, then you can arrange them according to your preference and then talk about your family issue, but not in the introduction. See, if you talk about your child, your wife goes to the job and your child, you have a child at home, you have your father at home, the HR might consider that it will not be focused because you'll have to look after your father and your child as well, right? So do not discuss your private life in the introduction.
Okay.
Because if you will discuss that, the reason is the HR will get more opportunities to cross question you, and whereas we do not want the HR to cross question.
Okay.
Give small answers, give short and precise answer, and give up to the mark answers. Right? So, if someone asks me, I wish you introduce yourself. So, very warm and pleasant morning to you, ma'am. My name is Mrs. Ayushi Jiyal, and I am from Srinagar, Garhwal. It's a small town in the Valley of Hills of Uttarakhand. If I talk about my educational qualifications, I'm a graduate and a postgraduate in psychology from University of Delhi and HNB Garhwal University. If I talk about my career goals, my hobbies, I love to interact with people, listen to their needs, and if I could be of any help to them. That's all about me. Thank you. Simple. Okay. Eye contact, smile on face, and simple. Major thing which was lacking in your interview was smile. See, your stress, your nervousness, anything happening within your body should not be reflected on your face. Right?
Okay.
Because in an interview, the HR does not know you, whereas the HR can see your face and the way you talk. So the way you represent yourself, the HR will mark you on those bases. Right, Mr. Yogesh? See, you can also cross-question me. And if you face any problem, you can cross-question me any time. Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. See, starting when you gave your introduction, there was little hesitation in you.
Right.
So, no hesitation. You have knowledge of Byjus. I agree to the fact. Second is, only answer to those questions which the HR asks. The HR asks you, who is the owner and founder of Byjus? Whereas you said Divya Gokulnath, you said Byju Ramindram, Visha Gokulnath, and Byjus was established in 2011. Whereas
not to extra, not to do extra answer.
No. Yeah, no. Okay. When the HR asks you, when was it established, then give that answer. It is looking as if you have thorough knowledge and you just want to give that knowledge, impart that knowledge, right? So it's it's Byju Ravindram, and the co-founder is Divya Gokulnath, not Nisha. Okay, yeah. Now, if they ask, rest things were clear. Can you tell me latest news about Byjus? Byjus has been sponsoring FIFA World Cup. That's the latest news, right? It has acquired Akash. That is also news. But Byjus is sponsoring some big organization is something of really great benefit, right? Right. So it is sponsored FIFA World Cup. Now, 4 competitors of Byjus. You said topper. Topper is not a competitor. Byjus has acquired topper. Right? 4 competitors, Vedantu, extra marks, upgrade, physics wala. These are the competitors of Byjus.
मैडम जो बायजूस का वेबसाइट है उसके ऊपर 4-5 ब्रांड के नाम लिखे थे, तो मैंने वही उठाए और मैंने नोट किए थे, तो उसमें टॉपर नाम नहीं था मैम.
हाँ, टॉपर हाँ, Byjus acquired. They see, there there are many companies Byjus is acquired. अभी आप नेट पे गूगल में अलग से सर्च करेंगे तो बहुत कंपनीज आएंगी. माइट बी साइट ने स्पेसिफिक साइट करा होगा, बट टॉपर हैज Byjus acquired top, right? Yeah. Now scenario based questions, very important. See, when it comes to scenario based, why they'll give you scenario based question? They'll give you many scenario based question because in VDA you will be provided certain scenario.
But what experience we have, ma'am, in pharma industry? So it will not relevant here because when we do survey of doctor, if doctor is preferring paracetamol, if not preferring, then we will not promote him paracetamol. This is need-based requirement. So what is his preference? What is his profiling? So accordingly, we will promote our product. What is the option then for paracetamol? What is the option doctor is trying to write in his prescription? That we will promote as per the need of doctor. Sir, here you are asked. I already have telephone, so that's why I have that I have linked here, but it will not work here, right?
No, absolutely not. You said even telephone also. You said okay, you go for smartphone. I can understand now, as you told me that in medical line, pharma line, this happens because my father is also a pharmacist, and this happens. Whatever there are two types. MR also people who come, who do the promotion of their company or of their product, right? So this happens. Whatever is the doctor prescribes, even the pharmacist have to give the same medicine, right? So I understand that fact. So, but here is you have to convince. You will be having, BDA's job is not an easy job. First, let me clear that to you. It will be challenging for you, extremely challenging. There will be times when you have to work overtime, 10 hours, 11 hours. I know, there are people need job. There are many people who are in need of job. But at the same point of time, can those people handle work pressure? Because work culture environment will be really hectic out here as well. I'm not demotivating you, but I'm making it clear to you. Right. Second is,
what is work culture?
See, work culture is how will you work? Whether you'll be provided a laptop, you'll work at home, but the cultural background, you will be on call. You have to maintain 200 calls or 100 calls, right? And there has to be a positive outcome on those calls as well. See, what will happen? You will call, you will speak to someone, and they'll just cut the phone, right? You'll have to hear all sort of things. See, it is going to be challenging as well. This is work culture, right? So the thing is, when I was talking about any situation, any scenario, your brain has to be really creative, brain has to be really active, right? First, before you enter scenario-based question, motivate yourself that you have achieved, your resume has been shortlisted. That is why you are here for job role. That is why you're giving an interview. That means you have the talent. Now, similarly, you have to show your talent in scenario-based questions as well. Carefully understand what the HR is giving a scenario to you. Suppose the HR says, see, you have to sell a customer telephone, right? Whereas the customer has come to your shop to buy a smartphone in today's generation. So, very first will be rapport formation. Now, what is rapport formation in psychology? It says, as the customer comes to your shop, how will you talk to the customer? Your face value, because the customer does not know you. But how will you make your face value? Suppose you go to some doctor. So, you greet the doctor. Hello, sir. And, everything. And then your face value will be developed. If the doctor is in close connection with you, if the doctor has developed that bond with you, that's called a face value. Next time when you will go to the doctor would love to see you. Whereas there are some doctors, see, all the doctors have some favorites, MR. You understand that, na? Just give me a moment. Right. So similarly, in that point of time, you have to give the prompt answer. Okay, fine, a telephone. Now, just when you will listen such scenario-based question, there should be a question in your mind. What are the qualities of telephone which I can discuss? First say, ma'am, okay, ma'am, kya lenge? Would you like to have some tea or coffee or some cold drink because it's hot summer? So whatever, say, okay, ma'am, fine. So what have you come here for? Smartphone. Great. Yes, I have varieties of smartphone. Could you please tell me a budget? So she'll tell her budget. Okay, ma'am. Yeah. And you will act as if while showing the smartphone, you have an idea in mind. Oh, ma'am, I just forgot to tell you something. Before I tell you the smartphones, today I'm going to discuss about a very antique phone. Right? And ma'am, do you like home decoration? If there's a lady, ma'am, do you like to do home decoration or something like? If yes, then I have a best choice for you. This is a phone that is an antique phone, and it will add a value to your place, your house as well. right? And the best part about it is it fulfills all your needs, which are smartphone. Talk like that. Form a repo like that.